There is no lack of insight about the future out there, is there? What there is sometimes is a lack of ability to use those insights about what the future might look like, how antimicrobial resistance is going to affect the world, how changes in technology is going to change food security, or how our jobs are going to be different in 5 or 10 years' time. What we need to know is how to better prepare for the kind of world that might come, and how do we create the world that we want to make happen. Well, we want to be able to create a better future for our children. We want to have exciting opportunities, and we want to create jobs. We want to kind of have better health, and there's technology that enables us to do that, but there's also risks that come with that. So that's why it's really important that at a government, at a university, at a business level, we all do the business of thinking about the future. But at a personal level as well, what are the opportunities that you might want to think about? What are the kind of jobs that you might want to have? What do you think you're going to be living like in 10 to 15 years' time? Who will you be living with? Where? How will climate change affect your country? How will the kind of different diseases and illnesses be affecting us? Are the hospitals ready for that? But what are all the exciting opportunities that also face us too? So Foresight gives us the opportunity to have those conversations together and to learn what other people think about and hope for the future. So in South Africa, you very much have a tradition of using a lot of scenarios already. So the stories of different alternative possible futures, whether it's the flight of the flamingo or the flight of Icarus, these are famous stories from the Montfleur scenarios almost 30 years ago. I think what would be helpful in a South African context is using those to connect that to decision making, working through what that means, implications for sectors, which are the kind of sectors you want to invest in, from tourism, what does that mean for public service delivery, how do you actually change planning processes at a city level to be able to be much more participative and think about the future in different ways. So that's one thing. I'd say another thing is that it's really valuable to look at some of these trends like climate change, the big changes in energy, how minerals and resources are going to be in different demands over the next 20 years. It's helpful to think about those kind of things at a regional level. So working with partners internationally and looking at how demography, migration patterns are going to shift and thinking about how to respond to those collectively is really important. But the final thing I'd underline is that thinking about the future is actually a skill that we all need to know, and that we need to know at the primary and secondary school level. So that's the kind of final message that I'd give, is like, how do we think about teaching the future?